Hey everybody, it's Jim. It's Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2020. And I am in my new studio. I'm building out a new studio for all my video and audio stuff. I got a new mic, so hopefully the sound sounds good. If you guys can let me know in the comments how the sound is. We are live, and we already have some people in the waiting room. So this will be our last call of the year, unless I decide to do one sort of at the last minute, maybe next Thursday. But probably this is going to be our last call of the year. We are shutting down our office for the first time for a week. So thank you, Terry. We're shutting down our office for a week to give everyone a break, to let them rest and recover, and to get ready for 2021. So since this is our last call, I want to get right to as many calls as we can, and Mufasa has been waiting. Hi, Mufasa.
Hello, good morning, James. How are you doing today?
Great, buddy. How you doing?
Good. I'm happy to give you a review, despite the fact I've not really, worked with you, but a lot of my friends has nothing to say than positive. And I've also said them to try to do the review also.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I just have a couple of questions. So I know the last time I asked you about my parent, if I should first file for my do visiting, then put in the application with my dad. So when I check the visiting for Nigeria right now, the earliest available is August 2021. So I look at it like, should I wait till then, or I should just now put in both my dad and my mom application, or something is going to change when we have new president? Because before now, we don't, when they already issue you a visa and it expire, you don't have to show up. But during Trump, they changed the rules, and you still have to go for interview for second or third visa reissuing. So I'm in the middle of, I don't know if I should just go ahead and just apply for them directly, but that means I have to wait for, is it 9 or 1 year waiting? I don't know.
At least a year, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
if it were me, I'd rather, the question that you have to come back to is, do they want to reside in the United States? The card that you'd be applying for them is a permanent resident card. And the idea is that they're going to reside in the United States. If they don't plan on residing in the United States anytime soon, then I would probably just stick with the visit visa and hope that when the coronavirus cleans itself up and when Trump leaves office, that visit visas are going to be easier to get.
But the question is that my mom, she will be retiring in 2022.
Right.
So, but if someone has a green card, can they stay? If they want to go to Nigeria for a few months, they can go.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. But if sometimes people reach out, they want to get a green card for mom and dad just to make it easier for them to travel, and I think that's a bad idea. Unless they're going to spend 7 or 8 months a year in the United States, then I wouldn't mess with a green card.
Okay. But if they will be able to spend up to 6 to 8 months in United States, then it's fine.
I said 7 to 8 months. You changed it to 7. Yeah, I want it to be more than half.
Okay. Then also, which person has when they say you can apply for your family, is it just direct your brothers and sisters, or you can apply for your cousin?
You can't apply for your cousins. You can only apply for your brothers and sisters, and those are barely getting approved, and there's like a 15-year wait for them. So there's no visa category for cousins.
15 years.
Yeah.
Ooh. But after you apply, they cannot apply for student visa or something anymore.
That's right. It's very hard to get that approved because they've demonstrated immigrant intent.
Oh.
All right, Mufasa, I'm going to move on, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Same to you. Thanks.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Murdad. Murdad is next. Hi, Murdad.
Hi. How are you, Jim? Thank you for taking.
I'm great. How are you doing?
All right. Congrats for your new office.
Thanks. We're excited. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to go out there next Monday and Tuesday. We'll be there with our leadership team having our firm retreat, and we're going to swing by and get new equipment for the office and get it up and running. We're looking for someone to work for us in San Diego. So that'll be the next step.
Excellent. So I am an Iranian green card holder. So I applied for bringing my wife from Iran to here. The interview was scheduled exactly same day like today last year.
1 year ago today.
In Turkey, in Ankara. So the officer said to my wife, I believe in your marriage, but I cannot issue the visa today. I need to do more investigation. And then officer asked for my wife's resume or CV. So my wife prepared the CV and emailed the guy in next 2-3 days. And the officer at the same time in the interview said it will take about 2 months. So after that, COVID happened, and we noticed the last update was July 2020, and it says your visa has been refused under 221G, not 221F. Somebody told me it's not because of presidential proclamation, it's because of something else, apparently. So do you think I need to wait or I need to move on and do something?
Well, I mean, right now, as things stand today on December 24th, 2020, you have the Iranian ban problem.
Right.
You have the spouse of a green card holder ban problem.
Okay.
And you have admin processing. So in theory, Joe Biden is going to do away with the spouse of green card problem and I think the Iranian problem on January 20th when he takes office. So then you're just left with the admin processing. And admin processing can mean anything. We don't know what it means, right? It's just delay.
Let me tell you that I also contacted one of the senators. So I received a reply that admin processing is done, but my case is affected because of presidential proclamation.
Yeah. So, I mean, Ankara is a very, very busy embassy. Right. And they're getting busier and busier because now not only Iranians coming there, but now Iraqis are coming there because nothing's happening in Baghdad or Erbil. So right now in our office, we're asking 2 of our clients to try to move their cases from Iraq to Turkey. So the one thing you might think about is suing them in the thought that if you sue them, your wife's case is going to be at the front of the line when the bans go away and when the embassy reopens from COVID. So it's no guarantee that your case is going to get decided right away, but I think it does mean your case is going to be at the head of the line when things reopen.
I see. Okay. So that's your recommendation, to sue them?
That's always my recommendation.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, Merdad. See ya.
Bye.
All right, let's go to Kyle.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, Kyle. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. So I've got a couple of questions about my wife's case. I'm filing for a spousal visa for my wife. I'm in Colombia. Both of us live together here in Colombia. We've been together for a couple of years, but we've lived together for about a year here in Colombia. And I'm working with a lawyer just in Kansas City, so kind of close to you. And we have just started the petition for the I-130. And I was quoted that they're seeing about 13 to 15 months for the entire process. But to me, with everything that's been going on, that seems a little optimistic, and I was kind of curious to get a second opinion to see if that, going forward with the Biden administration, if that's like realistic, or if we should be bracing ourselves for a lot longer.
No, I think that's just about right. That's probably exactly what I would say. I mean, okay. So I would say COVID extended out. You haven't filed yet?
We actually just filed yesterday. So we got all our information together. We chose not to file earlier in the year because we actually have a baby, a new son who was born here in Colombia, but is a U.S. citizen. And I was told that should help us a lot. We've got tons of proof for, of course, our marriage. However, and this leads, I guess, to my other question, which I'll just tell you now. In Colombia, as I'm sure you probably know, in most of Latin America, the wives don't typically change their names. And and lots of bank accounts are never joint or even in our names. So we've had to include a lot of other types of evidence rather than those traditional ones. So that's kind of where we are.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about her not changing your name. That's not a big deal at all. So you don't need to worry about that. as far as the timeline, I think that your attorney has told you just right. I would say 13, 15 months. I would say COVID and Trump slow it down a little bit, but Biden coming in is going to make it go faster. Now, I should probably check with people around here, but I've been hearing that Colombia has been sort of slow lately, or not much action at all. So, but I would think that by the time you get to Colombia, which, like I said, is probably a year from now, hopefully things will be back to normal.
Oh, actually, I tell you, I've been living in Colombia for a year.
No,
So
no. You know what I mean? When your file gets to Colombia.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. And last question I have for you. I imagine this is probably no, but is it possible for us to file like a visitor visa meanwhile, as this is going on, for her to visit my family at some point while this is processing, or is that like not likely going to happen?
I have a video on this, but it's pretty unlikely that they'll grant it. So you can try. All you're going to lose is your filing fee, but I think that's unlikely.
Sure. I figured as much. Excellent. And last question. I also was told that there's no way to really control which service center this goes to, but I was told that the California Service Center is where a lot of the new petitions are going. And I looked at wait times for them, and it's kind of scary how long their wait times are. Is it likely that it's going to go there and we'll see delays, or is it just as likely it will go somewhere else, like maybe Texas or even Illinois?
I think it'll depend on what address you listed for your home address. Did you list an American address or a Colombian address?
As a matter of fact, I listed where I'm from, my parents' address, which we're using in Claremore, Oklahoma, so just outside Tulsa.
Yeah, so you'll probably go to California. But
okay,
I spend no time looking at those processing times. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you're just going to drive yourself crazy worrying about it. So
cool. So 13, 15 months is a good estimate, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time.
All right. Good luck, Kyle. See you, buddy.
Thanks.
Congratulations on getting your case on file.
Thank you very much.
Sure. All right. Mohammed's next. Hi, Mohammed.
Hello. Hi. How are you, sir?
Great. How are you doing? What can I help you with?
Good. So I have a question. So I came here in here like 2016 and March 24. So when I got here, I applied for asylum. My asylum got approved March 13, 2019. So before my asylum got approved, I worked in the United States without authorization. I mean, I don't have work permit when I work. So my asylum got approved, and I applied for a green card is June 11. So once I applied for my green card, my lawyer, they made a mistake on when he filed for I-485. So he first mistake he did. I work, but I did tell them I work without authorization when I applied for work permit. So when my lawyer filled up the I-485, the number 16 question asked me, did you ever work without authorization in the United States? And my lawyer select no. And other thing he did also, when I work in like couple places, but that was my mistake. I forget to put one like work I did, but I didn't mention. But I did tell them after the submit the form, and then I went to my lawyer. I told them that the problem I had, those are wrong, and my lawyer told me to come here to office, and I went his office, and he refill up the form, the like 4-page or 5-page, and then he resubmitted with the highlighter. He highlighted, and he resubmitted the form, and I never heard anything from the US. USCIS.
That sounds great. I'm happy with that. That's fine. I would have probably just done it at the interview, but that's fine.
Do you think it's okay? No problem, right? I resubmit the.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna at your interview, you're gonna want to let them know again that happened, but that's fine. That's not a problem.
But I did work without authorization before I got my work permit and before got my approval.
Yeah, but you got asylum, so that'll be forgiven.
They're gonna forgive me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. That's all I have.
You're welcome. All right.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Okay. Thanks, Mohammed.
Thanks.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That reminds me of a question I had from a fellow named Mooch this week. He was asking me, he came to the United States as a child. His father got asylum while he was a child. His father got a green card, but he did not. And then his father became a citizen, and I was thinking that he had become a citizen automatically, but he's not a citizen. So You actually have to have your green card when your father or mother naturalizes before you turn 18 in order to get that automatic citizenship. So just wanted to clear that up. Next, we're going to go to Iyas. Hello, Iyas. You're muted, I think.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Sure.
I have a couple questions. I come to United States with SIV visa, and in 2011. In 2012, I went back to Iraq and have some problem there. I couldn't back to law. So in September 2020, I back to state, and the board they asked me a couple questions and they let me in. And I now left 4 months to.
You were gone for like 3 years, you mean?
Sorry?
You were gone for 3 years?
8 years.
8 years. Oh, wow. Okay. You're lucky they let you back in. Did they put you in removal?
For 8 years. Exactly. They asked me a couple questions and should I pay fee, and then they say no. We got a case. We understand what your problem is, and you should not pay anything. You can enter. So I'm in Missouri, St. Louis. I apply for my renewing green card, and I apply for my wife I-30. But I have work outside the United States in my country with American organization. Can I go back there and do my jobs every 5 months and I back here, or cannot can I stay here?
Well, so of course I'm only the immigration lawyer, right? So I can only give immigration advice. From an immigration point of view,
Correct.
you shouldn't leave the United States until you get your citizenship, which means you have to wait here 5 years before you leave the United States again. I can't believe they let you back in. It's amazing they let you back in, and I'm not sure they're going to let you back in a second time. So I would, from an immigration standpoint, you should not leave the United States for 5 years, and then you should apply for your citizenship. That's the only way I'm going to feel comfortable with you leaving the United States.
So what about I apply for my wife? I cannot. I got a mail received. They say pending, because this what happened with coronavirus, or
what was the receipt? What's the receipt date for the I-130?
they send me by mail. They say we receive it, but it's pending now because something like this. They were saying.
When did they receive it? When did you send it?
I sent it in November. I think in November, 30th of November.
Of just like last month?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just have to wait for your wife to come.
I cannot apply for visa for her.
Well, you did. You filed an I-130 for her.
Visit visa.
They won't give her a visit visa if she's married to a green card holder. I mean, you can try, but it's a waste of time and money, I think.
Yeah, just I want to take from you.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste time with a visit visa.
They come to your office, they talk to you. So I try to get from you advice. What do you advise me?
I would just get the I-130
And,
going. Go from there.
It's best for me to stay here, not go.
Right. The best thing for you to do.
So it's last one. Sorry, is
Go ahead.
I stay here. I don't go back. It's better for us. Yeah.
Right. Yep. All right, buddy. Good luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. I know you are lawyer, but only one last one if I have time.
Go ahead.
Since I was overseas, I didn't pay tax, so I can calculate it. My all work overseas, I can't pay tax here.
You have to talk to an accountant about that. I don't know how that works when you're out of the country. I think you do have to pay your taxes.
Okay, I will appreciate that. Thank you very
Bye,
much,
buddy.
and sorry for
Goodbye.
use your time.
Oh, it's
Thank
all
you.
good. See you,
Bye-bye.
buddy. Bye.
See you, brother. Bye-bye.
All right, let's talk to Q.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Q. Yeah, I can. How you doing?
Yeah, I just have some few questions. Me and my wife, we applied for marriage green card, October '05. So we get us some evidence, like joint lease and what's it called? We had a baby together, so we put his birth certificate, and we have some other like text messages and some other stuff. So I was gonna see. So what do you think is the chance of we like getting approved? Like the marriage is legit, of course. So I'm just trying to see like with the baby attached to it. So what do you think are like chances of getting approved? You think we can get an RFE?
Are you the citizen or are you the
No, I'm
foreign?
yeah, I'm the foreign. My office is a U.S. citizen.
Where do you guys live?
We live in Kansas City, Lawrence. I think
And
it's
when-
closer to you.
When did you come to the United States?
That was like 2017.
And what kind of a visa did you
It
have?
was an F1 visa.
And are you still in school now?
No, I'm not in school now because due to financial stuff, financial situation, I was able to get out of school. But I was able to get married and I get married around like June, and we filed for the green card around October '05. But I was already scheduled for my appointment December 31st. My biometric December 31st. So I just open is there any we haven't got any RFE already. So I'm just open to see if there's any case they might want to send us any RFE. But what is the chance of we getting approved since we have a baby and we have a lease account and everything together? You think they're gonna ask for an RFE or anything?
I think you'll probably get an RFE. Did you use a lawyer or did you file it on your own?
We use a lawyer.
And did they do a good job of organizing all your evidence? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did a good job because we already got a biometric appointment for December 31st already. So
What country are you from?
Nigeria.
And were you married before you came to the United States?
No.
Good. And how about your spouse? Were they married before?
Nope.
The fact that you have a kid should be really helpful. What's your date of marriage?
We married in June 06, sorry. This year.
June 6th of 2020. Okay.
Yeah, and we filed on October 05. It was received on October 05.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good case. I mean, you're married, you live together, you have a kid, you haven't been married before. That sounds all good to me.
So you think we shouldn't be able to get an RFE? We should be good.
Well, they're issuing RFEs in 50% of the cases, so
Exactly.
I think there's a chance you're getting an RFE. Yeah.
Yeah. One more question before I go. So yesterday, I think the processing time of the EAD and everything just pile up all at once, like it all goes up. What do you think? Do you think we should follow the processing time, or that's just some bullshit on USCIS website?
I would just wait for it to come and just say it'll come here eventually, and I wouldn't spend too much time thinking about it.
I'm talking about the processing time on the USCIS
Yeah,
website.
I mean, we're seeing 5 or 6 months for a work card.
Yeah, because yesterday I checked it and it was saying like 9 months, 11 months for an EAD card, and I'm like, I don't think that's right.
I think that'll go faster when the big orange Cheeto leaves on January 20th.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for this. My first time, getting on your. Thank you.
Luck.
Have a good day.
Okay. All right, that was Q. Now we're gonna go to Nas. Hi, Nas. You're muted, my friend.
Can you hear me?
I gotcha.
How you doing today?
I'm great. How are
Sorry
you?
about the mute.
No.
By the way, I'm a U.S. citizen and I'm resigning in London.
Okay.
I'm gonna be sending in an I-130 for my wife and 2 of my stepkids as well too. Now my question is: now, can family-based green cards can they be expedited?
I just did a video on expediting about 2 weeks ago, so you might look for that video. But generally, requests for expediting are worthless. They'll act like they'll process it. They might even say, "Nas, your case has been approved for expediting," but they don't do anything differently. You can do it. It doesn't cost you anything to ask them to expedite it. But in my experience, requests for expediting hardly ever work.
Okay, because due to COVID, as well as because I'm pretty sure you heard of the COVID cases in the UK is like so much,
especially right now.
It's like spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
Now, my second question, if you don't mind, please.
You're fine. Take your time.
Now, for example, I filled up my I-130, for my wife and my stepkids. Now, now there's like one job I couldn't put down because I can't remember when did I start and when exactly did I finish. Now, would that be an issue?
No, you just got to do
No?
your best. No, and especially for the U.S. citizen, they're less concerned about your work history than the spouse.
Okay. Now, one last question. I know you're busy, but
You're
one
fine.
last question.
This is why
Sorry.
we do- This is why we
Now,
do it. It's all good.
now, for example, now for the embassies, the embassy in UK, London. Now, by any chance, are they open for the process for like family-based green cards?
I mean, you're a long way from there. If you just filed the I-130, when did you file it?
I'm soon gonna file it. My lawyer, he's just putting everything together because we put like
Yeah,
everything.
I mean,
you know.
I wouldn't be too worried about whether the London embassy is open right now because you're a year away from that. So, hopefully everything will be okay a year from now.
Okay, and how long do you think, since because of the cases in the UK is like rising, do you know how long possibly it would take for like the papers?
I think you should plan on 14 to 18 months.
Holy shit. Okay.
Right.
Excuse my language. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine,
Thank
bro.
you very much, Mr. Jim. Appreciate it.
Good luck, man. Take care.
You
Okay.
as well too.
See you. Happy New Year.
You as well too.
All right, let's go to Franklin. Hello, Franklin.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. I have three questions. My first question is I applied for a green card and I received a denial notice. Well, they denied my application actually, and they said I need to show proof because I applied for a waiver as well. So what kind of proof can I provide to them?
So, where are you from?
I'm from Cameroon.
And when did you come to the United States?
I won asylum in October 2019.
What did you just say?
In October 2019.
That's when you came to the United States?
Yeah, that's when I won asylum officially.
Okay. So when did you enter the United States?
May 14, 2019.
And you applied for asylum?
Yes. So actually, I crossed the border from Mexico.
Okay. And then did an immigration judge give you asylum?
Yes.
When did the immigration judge give you asylum?
October 16th, 2019.
And when did you apply for your green card?
I applied a week after, on the 23rd, October 23rd, 2020.
And it already got denied?
Well, they didn't. They denied. They rejected the application.
Ah, they rejected it. Why did they reject it?
Well, because I applied for a waiver.
A fee waiver?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we really encourage people not to mess around with fee waivers. That's a great way to get your case delayed or denied. Just you got to come up with that money. You don't mess around with the fee waiver.
Okay. So do you recommend I just pay for the green card?
I do recommend that you pay for the green card. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was talking to an immigration officer the other day because my client had gotten a fee waiver approved like 2 or 3 years ago. And she just said to herself, man, we never approve these anymore. So I think that was right out of her mouth. So I think that messing around with a fee waiver, and you know what, I should do a video on this. Messing around with a fee waiver is a bad idea.
All right, thank you. Then secondly, I also applied for a travel document, which was also denied. The application was denied. I did it through a lawyer, so I don't know if she made a mistake because she
And
said,
you mean rejected, because you keep saying denied, but you mean rejected.
okay, rejected. Yes, rejected.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't understand why, because they gave the same reason, saying the right amount was not paid, or
Yeah, they want to get paid, brother. Why? They want to get paid.
yeah, they want to get paid for everything.
Yep. But currently, the travel document. Did you ask for a travel document like a passport travel document or an advanced parole? Which you meant a reentry?
Passport travel document.
Yeah. So that's another fee. That's not included in the green card fee. So you have to pay that fee too.
Okay, yeah, I think I paid for that, but I still received the same message. So maybe she made a mistake. I don't know.
Yeah. You might need some help, Franklin. You might give us a call, and maybe I can look over that rejection notice and see if something went wrong.
All right. Yeah, that was the third question. How much would it cost if I have to do it through you guys?
Oh, so a green card based off asylum, we would usually charge probably 4,000 or 5,000 would be our legal fee.
And then for the travel document?
I don't know, $1,000.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so
Hi,
much.
buddy. Thanks, Franklin. See you, bud. Okay, bye. All right. Next up is Victor. Victor's been waiting patiently. Hi, Victor.
Hi, Jim. Thank you for doing this on a Christmas Eve.
Sure. How you doing?
Great, thank you. I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I have currently I have a conditional green card for the marriage, and it's expire on January 2021.
The next month.
No, I'm sorry, not January.
January 2022.
Sorry?
So it expires next month or a year from next month?
A year from next month.
Got it.
Yeah, my question is, do I have to maintain the work authorization status? Because my work authorization card will expire in May of next year, in 5 months.
No. You have your green card. That's much better than your work card. So that's a great question too. You guys are giving me good videos. I got to go get a pen, Victor. Hold on. I'm going to write this one down. I like it. That's a great question, Victor, that I don't think anyone has ever asked me. So that makes me happy. So
this is my main concern as of now.
Yeah, your EAD, that work card you have is worthless. You don't need to renew that. No. You just need to file your 751 on time. And then when you file that 751, they'll give you an 18-month extension letter. So you'll stay in status. You'll still be able to work. Everything will be good.
Oh, all right. Also, I will be married by that time already 3 years. So what should I do first? Apply for 10-year green card, and can I do citizenship application the same time, or how it's working?
Well, it's not 3 years from when you're married. It's 3 years from the start date on your green card.
Oh, so I need to add a few more years, right?
So if the 2-year anniversary of your green card is January of 2022,
yep,
that means you're eligible to apply for citizenship in January of 2023.
Oh, great. So, okay. So it's not from the date I got married.
It's not from the date you got married. Nope.
The last point, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead, brother.
So I came to this conditional green card through asylum case. I got interview, but never got decision. So I was applying for asylum in 2015.
Yep.
And do I need to withdraw that case, or what's going to happen next?
I think it would be better to withdraw that case. Yeah. Now that you have your green card, you might wait till you get your 10-year green card, but just so everything's cleaned up, you can do it later, or you can do it now.
Oh, okay. It's on their website, right?
Well, you should have a receipt notice from the asylum office that's handling that case, and you would want to notify that asylum office directly and just tell them, I received a copy. I received my green card. Here's a copy, so I don't need asylum anymore.
Okay. Only thing I have, it's the notice from officer after obtain interview. So
yeah, you can use that. Yeah, just which field office, which asylum office did you have your interview at?
Chicago.
Yeah, so just send them a letter with a copy of your green card and say, hey, just so you know, I have my green card. I don't need asylum anymore, and I'd like to withdraw the case.
Even though it's conditional now?
I mean, you can wait if you want.
Okay.
It's up to you.
It's not going to harm me anyway, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, thank you. I was just need a second opinion. I'm very appreciative. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. See you, bud.
To you too.
All right. That was Victor. He has questions about the conditional green card. And now we're going to Anik. Hi, Anik.
Hello. How are you, Jim?
Great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. So I had a question. So I went to the US to study on my F1. I've talked to you before about this, but like when I came back, my visa, my visa and my family's B1, B2 visas were revoked.
I remember.
Yeah, and then like I went to the embassy, and like now it's been more than a year since my since I got the 221G. I just wanted to ask, what if like we go for the mandamus and then they think like probably they're gonna have some prejudice that like they're gonna say that because we revoked, we don't want to give the person like um, the visa like at in the first attempt or like very easily because they revoked it for some reason, right? Because they're gonna say that we did it for something. So what if they think of fighting it back?
So mandamus, I don't do mandamus on visit visas because those are entirely discretionary.
I'm talking about the student visa.
Oh. And so what's the problem if we sue them on the student visa? Why are you worried about that?
Yeah.
What are you worried about if we sue them on
So because they revoked my visas in the first place, they're gonna have some sort of prejudice that probably because we revoked, we don't want to give that person the visa like very quickly as well. So I don't know, like
I probably wouldn't sue on the student visa because of that. I mean, we can do it if you want, but there's no guarantee that it's going to work because your prior F1 was revoked. So I think you're probably right that it would be a bad idea to sue them on that just because the chances of success are probably about 15%.
About 15%?
Correct.
So what do I do? Like what's like my best bet on that then?
I think you just keep waiting. I don't think you're coming anytime soon.
So it's like it's been more than a year and I should wait even more for that?
That's right.
And so like in the first place, like my visa was revoked for no reason. So they didn't actually give me a reason. And
right. They don't have to. That's the sucky part. They don't have to give you a reason.
All right. So you say that the best bet is like just to like keep on waiting.
I mean, you can apply for your F1 if you have a new I-20 from a school. You could apply for a new F1, and that'd be a way to get their attention. But right now, they don't seem inclined to want to give you a visa.
So even though my like case is on 221G, I can still go back to the embassy and like apply for another F1.
You could.
All right. So mandamus is not an option then.
It's an option, but it's not a very optimistic option.
All right. So the better option is going back to the embassy again
They're both pretty crappy options. Like, don't get your hopes up. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. Perfect.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go to Romel. Romel is next. Hi, Romel.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Great, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I spoke to you before. So I have a VAWA case, and my I-360 has been pending for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you just fine. You have a I-360 VAWA case that's pending for 2 years.
Yeah, and I just received prima facie from them. What does it do? Like, how does it work from there?
What did you receive from them?
A prima facie.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done many VAWA cases. I think that eventually the 360 will be approved and then you can apply for adjustment, but I honestly don't know what happens after you get that prima facie determination. I think it's a good thing, but I mean, a VAWA 360 and a 485 can take 4 or 5 years. So I think your case is, as slow as it's going, is on track as far as I know. I've handled very few VAWA cases. Our office has handled a few, but I just don't know other than that.
Okay, so after the I-360 is approved, what's the next step?
Then you can apply for a green card.
Okay, then you could apply for a green card. Okay, Jim, thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Sorry I couldn't be more help.
Thank you so much. It's okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, see ya. All right. Boy, we're flying through them today. Suyash is next. Hi, Suyash.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm pretty worried. Well, my question comes under the same bucket of Romel, the previous person you were speaking with. It's regarding my I-130 VAWA application. I recently received a request for additional evidence on my application on my I-130. And do you hear me?
I'm right here with you, babe. Just listening. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
So yeah, so I was saying that I have received a request for additional evidence on my I-130, and because of the nature of my marriage, I do not have any joint documents with me. So I'm worrying though, what additional evidence do I send to USCIS? So I needed your help
So
regarding
you're
that.
you're in the United States.
Yes, I'm here. I came on F1 student visa in 2015. I finished my degree and I worked on OPT, and then I met my wife, and I've been in an abusive relationship. I have video evidences, but because, like I said, because of the nature of my marriage, I do not have much joint documents with me.
So right now, what you have
And
pending is you have an I-130 pending, or you filed an I-360?
I filed my I-360, I filed my I-475, and also the adjustment of status.
And
But
are you using an
I'm
attorney? Are you using an attorney, or are you doing it by yourself?
um I I am using an attorney, which I went to a support group and to take therapies, and they got me to an attorney, and she's taking my case right now.
Okay.
But
So
I
what's
received
the question?
my question is that since I do not have enough joint documents with me, and I received a request for evidence, what can I do to prove that I live with her and that's the truth? So,
Well, I mean, number one, talk to your lawyer. If you have a lawyer, you should talk to them about it. But number two, I would do an affidavit explaining the whole history of the relationship. I would have a long statement explaining how you met them, how you lived, how she exerted control over you, how she was abusive. And this is why I don't have a lot of evidence.
but that's already I've sent the self-declaration, and it's pretty much in there,
Yeah.
and
So
that's already sent.
was the RFE on the I-130 or on the 360?
It's I-130.
Yeah, so I would defer to your lawyer, but I think pretty much that the I-130 should be paused while the 360 is adjudicated. So I wouldn't get necessarily I'd still ask your lawyer about it, but I wouldn't get all that worried about the fact that you don't have a lot of evidence on the I-130, because that I-130 is not going to be approved if she's not participating. Your only way to get a green card is through the 360.
All right, okay. And since I received it on 12th, and because of the Christmas and New Year holidays, my lawyer won't get back to me until 5th of January. So, do you know the deadline to respond to them to an RFE on VAWA?
Yeah, usually it's 87 days to respond, and then with COVID, they're adding an extra 60. So you should have plenty of time.
All right, Jim. And I follow you, and you really do a very great job, and you are very kind and very. It's very good to listen to your show, and I thank you for that.
Thanks, Yash. I wish you best of luck, brother. Take care.
You too. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Jim.
Thanks. Same to you. All right, let's go to Adel. Hello, Adel.
Oh, hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, I just have a very quick question. I finished my interview like 3 weeks ago, and then my case status, asylum interview, and my case status went from decision is pending to application is pending. And yeah, I just like, what's the difference between that?
Here's what I'll say about that. Number one, I don't put any stock in the online updates. I don't pay attention to them. They're worthless.
Okay.
You can't read too much into them. I think that what happens is they click on boxes and that it sends all these updates that mean totally different things to different people. So I don't think that's generally something to be worried about. Number two, I think that's especially true on asylum cases, because the asylum system has only been brought into the USCIS system, say, in the last 2 years. In the old days, you couldn't get online updates, and they were kept separate. So the fact that you're getting inconsistent information out of the online portal on your pending asylum case doesn't surprise me at all. That makes total sense. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Because I've seen a lot of people having same situation. They ended up waiting like very long time for the
Well,
decision.
I think you. I mean, so right now all I'm doing are lawsuits. I have like 15 cases left, and I was going over one of my cases with one of the new paralegals in our office. I have a case where we filed it in 2015, and the guy had his interview in 2016, and we still don't have a decision.
Wow.
But Adel, here's the thing. Right now, not getting a decision on an asylum case, that's a good thing. We don't want them to decide your case anytime soon. We want them to decide your case 6 months from now or a year from now when Biden is in power. The denial rates for asylum have gone through the roof under Trump. You don't want them to decide it now. If you can have that decision come down later, the life might get easier for people seeking asylum. So if I were you, I wouldn't want a decision right now because they're denying like 70% of them.
Okay. Okay then. Yeah, that was just that was just worrying about me then.
Yep, don't worry about it. Go have fun.
Thank you. Happy New Year's.
Thank you, Adel. You too, buddy. Good luck. I hope you win your case.
Thank you.
All right, all right. We're gonna go to Alawa. Hope I said that right. Alawa.
Hello, do you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, great. Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Algeria, but I live in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, I was just at LaGuardia on Tuesday. Monday.
Okay.
So what's up?
Okay, so I filed for adjustment of status through marriage recently, and I gathered my whole the whole documents by myself and stuff, and I got a notifications for an RFE, and I think it's because of the I-944 because my PD is September 28th, I think.
Okay.
And at that time, I think I-944 wasn't mandatory when you sent the iOS. So
Yep.
I think I got the RFE for it, and I was wondering if there was any like checklist documents that I have to send it with.
So before last year, I thought that most people should use a lawyer when they apply for a green card based on marriage.
Okay.
I especially think that's true when the I-944 is in play. Now, on your request for evidence, they probably gave you 90 days to respond.
I still haven't received the letter yet, but I'm 100% sure it's the I-944 because I haven't submitted that.
Yeah, so I would get to work on the I-944, but I wouldn't. I mean, it is keeping you from getting your work card. So there's that piece of it. So on that piece, you want to file it as fast as possible. But I think there's a good chance that the I-944 might go away when Trump goes away. Now, they went through the notice and comment, so it might take longer.
Okay.
But I would get my I-944 ready, but I would wait to file it until right before the due date, unless you absolutely have to have your work card. Then get it together and file it.
I mean,
early.
It's a little bit hard right now with the COVID and stuff, and but I think I'd rather wait if it's gonna.
Yeah, I would work on it, but I would wait. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any like mandatory stuff that need to be?
Oh yeah, read those instructions. This is why you need a lawyer. We have a paralegal in our office. That's all that she does. All she does is I-944s. Like I don't even do them because they're so complicated. It's 20 pages long. It's a total pain in the ass. Wow. I really hope it goes away, but I don't think you're going to be able to pull it off without help.
Okay. So how much would the price for?
That's a good question. Probably somewhere around 2,500.
Okay. All right.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Thanks for hopping on the show.
Thanks a lot.
You got it. All right. Oh, he went away. Okay. Let's go to Muhammad. Muhammad's been waiting for a while. Muhammad, how you doing?
How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So I just got married last year in 2019, June 2019. So I just feel this year in June. So I say 1 year after that I feel. So my case is just go 3 times updates. So and after that, you just remove the updates I got and you give me the same notice, the old notice that shows you just got the field. So my question is this will just keep like that because um, the time of the processing time it's going longer more than when I just send them the film. I don't know. It was 5 months, and after that 6 months, after that 8 months now. So in Texas Center, I don't know if that will just keep like that or it will change in next year. I don't know.
I mean, number one, I can barely hear you, Muhammad. I can barely hear what you're saying. So I don't know what kind of case you have.
I have a CR1.
Okay.
CR1
And
visa.
are you for a visa? What embassy will you be dealing with?
I am in Casablanca,
Oh, the
Morocco.
worst. Yep, the worst. When did you get married?
I got married in June 2019.
Okay. And when did your spouse file the I-130 for you?
June this year, in June.
June 2020.
Yes.
So your case is still at USCIS, right?
Yeah. In
So
Texas Center.
what's the question?
My question is, when I filed this visa, the processing time says after 5 months they will get approved or answer. So after that they kept on changing the time every time.
Right.
And I got 3 updates in my case, 3 updates. Last 2 months ago, they changed updates to old notice. That's mean the old notice says they just got my form. I don't know. The second question is, I don't know. My wife will come to visit for second visit because the virus. If I got interview soon, I don't know. So this is my question.
Well, your interview is not going to be anytime soon. Your case is going to be at USCIS probably 9 or 10 months. And
I
then
see.
it'll take about 4 months to get to Casablanca. Then you'll have your interview. So you got a while to go. I wouldn't worry too much about the processing times. I really need to have a sign that I just hold up when people are asking about processing times and say, don't worry about processing times. That's what I need to have a sign. So maybe I'll make that. All right, Mohammed, good luck, buddy. I'm going to try to get to 1 or 2 more before we run out of time here.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for your
All
time.
right, buddy. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
All right. Raheel is next. Hi, Raheel. Are you there, bud?
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, good, Raheel. I need you to talk up a little bit. Can you talk a little louder? Tell me what's going on.
About one question is, my sister applied for a I-130 F4 category, right? Can you hear me? My case got RFE in 2020, June 3rd, and then I replied for RFE in July, most probably in 20-30 days, and my RFE
Raheel, you're breaking up, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold, and we'll try to hopefully get in a better place for a signal. I can't hear you. All right, I'm going to go to Man next. Man.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, good. What about you? Everything's good?
Good.
Good. I don't want to take much of your time, but I have like a couple of questions, please. I was married like 2 years ago or more than this, a little bit. So my case is IR1, and we are dealing with the embassy here in Turkey, in Ankara. So our case was approved from the USCIS and the MVC like in April, and we are waiting to our interview to be scheduled since then. So the embassy is like closed due to COVID-19, and we are still waiting. I noticed yesterday or 2 days ago that some other embassies started to deal with some cases. So my question is, do you advise to transfer my case to another embassy because I have the ability to move to other country, or do you advise just to wait and just,
This is really funny. I don't mean to laugh, but in our office, we're trying to move cases to Ankara. You're trying to get out of Ankara. We're trying to get into Ankara. No, you stay right there. Don't move. I mean, I generally am against trying to move, but I definitely wouldn't want to move out of Ankara.
So we also that a little more question. One more question. We tried to expedite our case because my wife has a little bit like a medical case, but we got refused twice. So
Yeah.
my concern is that gonna affect our
No.
case? Nothing.
No, you're fine.
I'm fine. Okay. Appreciate your time. Many thanks. You have a good day.
You're welcome. Have a happy New Year.
You too. Bye bye.
All right, bye, buddy. All right, we got time for one last caller, and it's going to be Sandeep. Sandeep, how are you, Sandeep? You're muted. Just so you know.
How are you doing?
I'm great, Sandeep. How are you doing?
How are you, sir? Good?
I'm good.
Yes. My question is, sir, I have a VAWA pending over 2 years. So I inquiry and they said also I have a appeal pending I-290B for SIJ case. So they said we cannot make a decision on VAWA case because I have a I-290B pending. So what I did, I was request to withdraw my I-290B and just want to know how long they take to withdraw because they had a last week my request to withdraw case.
I'd say like 6 to 8 weeks, probably something like that.
Oh, so 6-7 days?
Weeks, 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks. And also, I have a I-130 pending for my spouse. I cannot withdraw because that's her petition. So, do they going to send file to I-130 office or they will send the file back to the VAWA unit?
They know what to do.
Sorry?
They know what to do. You don't need to worry about it. They know what to do.
Okay, but just, I don't want to be end of the time. They will say that you have a I-130 pending because they cannot make a decision.
Like you said, it wasn't filed by you, so there's nothing you can do about it.
Say again?
I said, like you said, you didn't file the I-130, so you can't withdraw it. There's nothing you can do about that.
Okay, so just gotta wait to withdraw.
Right.
Okay, all right, sir. Thank you so much.
Everybody, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. I do have time for one more, and I'm going to go to Medina. Medina, you're muted.
Alrighty then. I have a 2 question for you, please. Yeah, I filed for my husband on April 2018, and April 2019. They sent me a letter for request for evidence, like affidavit support, and then I sent it back to them. Since that time, I don't hear anything.
Where do you live?
I live Maryland.
And so Baltimore field office?
Yes.
And your spouse out of status or in status?
He's got a work permit for me.
And did they ask for a co-sponsor on your affidavit of support, or did you just file it for yourself?
I just filed for myself, but they don't say anything about it.
So when was the I-130 originally filed? When did you first get started?
April 2018.
Are you sure? April, so almost 2 years ago?
Yes.
So you probably want to sue them, Medina. Otherwise, they're just going to sit on your case. I don't know why they're sitting on it.
This is the reason I've been worried about that then.
Yeah, the Baltimore field office is not a good one. We've sued them a lot. We sue St. Louis, Miami, and Baltimore a lot. So you might end up needing to sue them. Otherwise, they're 2 years is ridiculous to wait for a case.
Yeah, but my husband work permit was expired on 2019, and then I filed for a new one. They sent it back to me, but they don't say anything about the I-130 and an I-485.
Yeah. So they renewed the work card, but they just haven't given you a decision on the I-130.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to sue them probably.
Okay. Do you think you can help me with that?
Yeah. I'll put. Are you on YouTube or are you on Facebook right now?
I on I just go to Google and then I was on YouTube with you.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So I'll put my email address here. Just send us an email, and my team will follow up with you, and we'll see if we can help. Okay.
okay.
All right, everybody. Medina's our last call of the day. Medina, Happy New Year. We'll see you next year.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That's it for us. We're going to wrap it up. That's the end of our 2020 season. We'll see you after the new year on January 5th at noon Central Time. Thanks, everybody.